Hi, my name is Katz, or the Free Librarian, and welcome to a new video. Life is utter chaos at the moment, so please excuse the absolute mess that this intro is probably going to turn into. But it is Wednesday evening, and I wanted to get started on this vlog because I already have quite a few updates for you. Let's start with what I'm reading. So first I'm reading Heir, the third book in the Throne of Glass series. I am this far into it. I don't think that I'll be able to finish this week. Like there's no way, just with how busy things are at the moment. So yeah, but I would like to make at least a little bit of a dent in it. I hope, fingers crossed. So yeah, it's the third book in the Throne of Glass series. It's been a while since I read the second book, but things are coming back quite quickly. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. So yeah, that is this one. Then I was also reading The Christmas Tree Farm, and by the past tense in that sentence, you may already understand that I won't be reading this anymore, because I have been to some places where I had to wait for a little bit, which would be the time that I would be reading this, because I also don't want to be reading it at home. Like I haven't been wanting to pick it up while I'm at home. I haven't been wanting to pick it up while I had this time. I was like always like scrolling on my phone or like playing a game on my phone while I had to do it, or literally just sitting there doing nothing over reading this book. Like I clearly don't want to be picking this up, so why do I even continue? So yeah, I'm officially also done with the series now. I gave the first one like 2.5 stars, I think, and then like this one is also, like DNF. So I don't think I should be continuing the series, but that means that this is my second book that I try to read for Gamenightathon / Reindeer Readathon, and I DNF'd this as well, because in the previous vlog that actually should have gone up today, but with lifing that didn't happen, so I'm gonna have to put it up tomorrow. Oopsie, which you will have seen already because the video comes up earlier than this one. I already DNF'd Nettle and Bone. So yeah, that is really sad, but that means that I'm gonna have, again, another prompt, or another book to fill this spot, which we're gonna pick in a moment. But first, there's a book that I will for sure be at least starting this week, if not reading in its entirety, because it's not that long, and that is Hercule Poirot's Christmas by Agatha Christie. This is the December book club pick for the Evil Minds research group, and for once in my life, I don't want to wait until the end of the month to read it, to then read it as the first book for the next month. Like I finally want to like get on top of it. So I would like to start it this week, potentially finish it this week. Like Christmas dinner, someone ends up dying. Well, solves the mystery. So yeah, that's all I know about this. Also, this book for my TBR game, I needed a book with a red cover, and in the video I had picked Dreaming the Bull for that by Mana Scott, but then Alan from the Library of Alexandria dropped his announcement for his channel read-alongs for 2025, and the Boudica Quartet was on that, so I'm gonna hold off reading Dreaming the Bull so I can read it with other people, because that's always more fun. But then I need a different book with a red cover, and like as you may be able to see, this has a red cover. So this is going to be the book that replaces that book for my TBR game. I am gonna wait with submitting this for Gamenightathon, because the first books that you submit have to have a couple criteria in order to unlock more spaces to fill. But I checked with Cleo, and she said that it's okay to like read it already and just wait with submitting it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, that is this. But then to replace the Christmas tree farm as my Blitzen question mark prompt. I don't know what all reindeers matches with which prompt, but it is that like you have to pick 3 books that each start with the same letter, and then you have to do like some sort of randomization among them to pick which one. So I have 3 books here that start with T. So I'm gonna do those. So the first one is 12 Dates met Kerst, or something along those lines. It's by Hart. It's a Dutch Christmas romance. Like it means something like the 12 dates of Christmas. So it's about a radio host who, on the radio show that she does with this male co-host, says that she doesn't really believe in romance and stuff like that. And so the listeners are like shocked by that and have like some shocked reactions. And so her co-host decides to sort of turn it into a radio item and to make it a competition that the people who can make her believe in romance or like the magic of Christmas, that could also be it because it's, you know, Christmas romance, you know, like they can organize a date for her, and then whoever like can like make her believe in whatever the thing is. I really can't remember if it's romance or like the magic of Christmas or both. Whatever. They win, and so these 2 radio hosts goes on 12 dates leading up to Christmas, and so that's the premise, and it sounds kind of fun. So that's an option. I'm going to be having that as an ebook. I have a hold on it, which is supposed to come in 5 days, so that could very well be an option. Option number 2 is The Brides of High Hill by Nouveau, which is the 5th book in the Singing Hill cycle. It is the last book that is currently out, so I'll be caught up with this series when I read this. And yeah, I'm really excited because I really like all the books in the series. So yeah, I'm not really sure what exactly it's about. I know it's a take on like a gothic story, but that's all I know, because I like to go into these pretty blind. And then the third one is The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim, the 2nd book in the 6 Crimson Cranes duology. I read the first book way too long ago, so I really need to finish this series. It also been on multiple TBRs this year, so I really want to get to it before the end of the year. So yeah, that is a third option. I'm gonna do it as the other randomization thingies that I've done throughout this month. So I'm just gonna roll a die, and then if I roll a 1 or a 2, it's gonna be the 12 dates for Kerst. If I roll a 3 or a 4, it's gonna be The Brides by Hill, and if I roll a 5 or a 6, then it's gonna be The Dragon's Promise. So let's roll. So that is a 2, which means that I will be reading the 12 dates with Kerst, which I'm actually really happy about because 1, it's Christmassy, 2, I just need an easy win right now. I mean, I have 2 DNFs. It's already the 11th, and I haven't been able to submit any book for any of the readathons. So, like, I want to, you know, I want one. I want a quick win. And I think that, like, this book, I don't think is going to be that long. I think it's going to read pretty quickly. So, yeah, if The Dragon's Promise would have come up, I might have cried a little. Oopsie. But yeah, so no. So that is going to be the book for the Blitzen prompt, I believe. Um, I don't know what all the books are for. So this one is for, I think it's Cupid, which is a book by an author that you gave 5 stars before. I gave um, A Court of Mist and Fury 5 stars, and then the Christmas, Hercule Poirot's Christmas, um, is going to be for, I'm not sure what the reindeer is, but like it is a book that mentions a special event or date in the synopsis, and this one mentions Christmas, which is a special date. So I think that that is the one I'm going to end up using it for. But I can still decide that. That's not sure yet. So yeah, that is the intro. It's a pretty long intro. I think that's everything. Oh no, it's not. I went to the library today, so I guess I can show you that. One of the things I got was Hercule Poirot's Christmas, but I also got 2 other things. Those being, let me grab them because they're still in my library bag. Holiday Romance and Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. So I definitely am going to read Holiday Romance for Dasher ? It is like a book that was recommended to you or like recommended on social media. Like technically both of these were, because we also could like pick one from a list that we found on the internet, and I just looked up a list with holiday romances, and like both of these were featured, so like any one of those could work. And then for like my TBR game, I need to replace Nell and Bone because I DNF'd it, but I don't read enough of that to think that it really counts. So I need a new one that fits a prompt and plus paperback. So both of these fit, so I'm probably going to use one of these for that. Enough rambles. I need to get going because I still have some uni work to do. I normally never do uni work this late in the evening, but I have to this week. That is how chaotic things are. I have like a bit of a Christmas party tomorrow with some friends. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. But it's another like, like I have this seminar that I kind of need to go to, and then there's a class that got moved that I also have to go to, and then I have that, so it's basically like from 2 p.m. onward, like my entire day gone because like I have the classes and then dinner and then the Christmas party. So yeah, we'll see what we're gonna do. So yeah, that is everything I think that I wanted to share. I'll talk to you when I have an update. I really don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done because I'm so busy right now and things are so hectic with uni work right now. So yeah, because just timing wise, like the timing of a couple things are just kind of suck. So anyway, I'm gonna get going. Bye.
Hi, it is Friday morning. I'm getting sick. That's why I sound the way I sound. Please excuse me. But I have updates. First of all, I started Hercule Poirot's Christmas. I'm not super far into it. I'm on page 28, so that is, I don't know what percentage that is. I haven't gotten to the murder yet. It's really close. It is not my favorite opening of an Agatha Christie ever, but I have faith in her because I've liked every book I've read by her. And I'm like the beginning isn't bad, but I'm like, okay. So I don't have a bunch to say about this yet because I mean, I'm not even 30 pages in. But I did want to say that I have started it. This is going to be my Prancer book, and I went to sit at my desk, especially so I could like pull up my computer and check what the exact correct prompt was, so that I didn't have to, do what I did last time. So I just, could just tell you like it's Prancer, which is a special event, or named date. So, Christmas is mentioned, of course, which is like a named date. So, yeah. But I also wanted to tell you that my hold for 12 dates with Kerst has arrived, which is the Dutch contemporary romance, and I'm actually really excited for this, so I'll probably get to start it today. Also, the cover has people baking on it, which is great because there's a prompt for Gamenightathon that is baking, and I kind of wanted to do that one, but I didn't know what book because I didn't know that it would have anything that has baking in it. I mean, you could also just bake something and then read it while you're baking, or eat something you bake to yourself while reading it. That also counts. But like, I mean, it has baking people on the cover, if you can see it. It has baking people on the cover, so there should be baking in it, right? So yeah, it's about a radio host who, it's a competition on a radio to sort of, people can organize a date for the two radio hosts, and then they go on that date, and like they're gonna fall in love at the end, and it's Christmas themed, so that is cool. And then it's going to be for Blitzen for the Reindeer Readathon, which is random choice from 3 books with the same beginning letter, and letter was T, which, as you can see, is beginning letter. So I'm really excited for this. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's not too long, and I think it's gonna read very, very quickly. So I might read it in a single sitting. I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah. So those are the updates. I had a bit of a Christmas party yesterday, which was fun, but it got late, which is also, I think, part of the reason why my voice isn't great. I'm also getting sick, but I think like it's 2 factors contributing to it. But anyway, yeah, that is the update, and I will talk to you at some point in the future. Bye.
Hello. It is Sunday evening. I am at my desk at my computer because I have some updates. I think I already mentioned that I started Hercule Poirot's Christmas. Since the first reading session I had of this book, I haven't read any more than that, but I think I already mentioned that. If not, then I started it. I don't have much to say it because I'm not very far into it. Like, the murder hasn't even happened yet. I will read more of it. It's not too long, so it's not gonna take me very long to finish. But in a little or half an hour, I have the chat for the Evil Minds research group, like the November book. This is a December book for the book club. So I decided to hold off on continuing this until after that chat, like that discussion. Just for no particular reason, because like they're different enough that they won't blend together, I think, but I just like to keep them straight in my head. So I haven't read much more of that. I have read 12 Dates with Kerst in its entirety, and I really enjoyed it. So it is a contemporary romance, a Dutch contemporary romance. I couldn't find an English translation, if there exists one, so probably not, but there's a possibility, but I couldn't find it. but it's a Dutch contemporary romance, a Christmas romance about two radio hosts, and they they have this radio show together. And one day in November, Millie, the woman, it's Millie and Marcus, she says that she just isn't that into Christmas and she doesn't really understand the hype. Because all the Christmas things, like, you can do it any time of year. Like, she doesn't get why this is so special and why like people need to like dedicate their whole December to it. And so the listeners of the radio show are shocked, and they have a lot of comments on what Millie should do to get the Christmas spirit and to start liking Christmas. And then her boss is like, this is actually good because every year we raise money for this charity around this time of year, and we don't really have an action yet because the thing we have planned turned out not to be possible. So how about we just let people, in exchange for donating some money, they can propose an activity, and just like businesses who would do it, and then they can sort of promote their business while giving you like a Christmas related activity to get you in the Christmas spirit. So that's what they do. There's like still 12 like shows left of the thing that they do on the radio until it would be Christmas. And so they decided to call it the 12 Dates of Christmas, because there's going to be like, like the activity, they're going to be like a date with the two radio hosts, and then, romance ensues. And in the beginning I was like, okay, this is fun, this is cute, like a fun like palette cleansery thing, but not too much more than that. But then the second half really surprised me, where we really get some depth, and I really liked it in the end. The beginning was also a little bit formulaic because there would always be really short sections with the dates, but then they got longer and longer as the book went on, because like there was more and more to say, because the feelings started growing and everything. So yeah, I really like that. Also a very sex positive book. There is talk of masturbation as well, if that is something that you're looking for in a book. Millie, in the beginning of the book, she gets an advent calendar with sex toys, and she uses a couple of those, like she tests a couple of those throughout the book. And then there's like steamy scenes between the two main characters. One thing that I didn't love is that Marcus, the female lead, has had a crush on Millie for years, like pretty much since Millie started working for this radio thing. Marcus has had a crush on her, which I don't love. Like, he has never acted on it because there were times that Millie would have a boyfriend, and also because there was a bit of an age gap between them. They're like he is 11 years older than her, and so it is like also a thing that he's a little bit worried about, like, am I not being a creep right now? Like thirsting after my 11 years younger coworker. So I didn't love that element. I think I would have preferred it if he just like me like fell in love throughout the book. But yeah, other than that, I thought it was really cute and really fun, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm at my desk, as you can see, and the reason for that is that I still need to submit this for both the Reindeer Readathon and Gamenightathon, and I thought let's do that together. So let me pull up the submission form real quick, and then we can submit it together. Okay, let's start off with the Reindeer Readathon first. Let me fill in like the uninteresting parts. Okay, I'm on team mistletoe. The prompt that I hit was Blitzen, and it was also an ebook, so that's a bonus from Christmas Light. So that is that everything in the submission form? Okay. It didn't ask me for a title or anything. Okay, that's cool. Cool. Okay, then let's do Gamenightathon. Okay, which book did you read? 12 Dates for Kerst. Who was the author? Robin Hart. Okay. How many pages? 270. What prompt did you read? Number 7, baking, because one of the dates that they did was they had to bake some Christmas pastries, like cookies and stuff. And that's also featured on the cover. So that's baking. Is your 5th prompt? No, it's not my 5th prompt. And let me check if everything is correct. And send. There we are. Submitted. That went quicker than I expected. Okay, good. I also have another update that is not related to the romance book, and that is Heir of Fire. I got to page 140, which is like in the middle of chapter 19. And I'm really liking this book. It is quite different from the first 2, and I think that taking a break from it has benefited me, because if I just read through the chat for this one in the Mass Effect Read Along Discord, people are often saying that they're like struggling with this at the beginning because it is so different, and so I think that maybe waiting so long between the 2 actually worked in its favor, because I am really into this. I'm really invested. I want to keep reading. We get a new perspective in this one. Well, a few new perspectives. It is multi-POV. The first one is not. But one new character that we meet is Maman, who is a witch, and we get some sort of like politicking and stuff with the witches, which I find very interesting. We're learning more about the world, which I'm loving. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this read. And yeah, I really want to know what happens next. There are like some of the plot lines of the characters that I really don't know what direction they're gonna go in, and yeah, I can't really guess what is going to happen next with some of the plot lines. So that is very interesting, and I am really enjoying it. I think that I will definitely finish it this week, I hope. Maybe not before the vlog ends, because this is going to be my last vlog of the year. So I'm going to extend it. Instead of going to Wednesday like I usually do, I'm going to go to Friday. But maybe it'll be Saturday when I finish this one. But I'm gonna try to still finish it in this vlog. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I am really excited to continue the series. I think that I'm actually gonna be able to catch up on this, because if I just finish it this week, then I can still read A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is like the holiday book that is part of the Agatha series, but it's quite short. So then I can read that before the end of the year, and then I am planning to read the fourth book, Queen of Shadows, as my first book of 2025, and then in January, February, they do like the tandem read with the two books. I'm not sure what the titles are. So if I read that like in the beginning of February, because I have a week off in the beginning of February, like if I start at the end of January, do it like the beginning of February, then I'm caught up with the read along, which is amazing. So yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do, or I'm going to try to do, and then I'll just try not to fall behind again, because I am really enjoying these books and these series. So yeah, I'm excited to keep reading this, but I can't do that now because, as I already said, the discussion for How to Solve Your Murder is going to be in 10 minutes. So yeah, but I'll try to finish these two during the vlog, and then if that is possible, I'm gonna be so happy and so accomplished. I don't think I'm gonna succeed at both. I think I'll definitely read the Poirot one, but I think Heir of Fire is gonna be Saturday, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm feeling good. These are my updates. So I'll talk to you when I have more. Bye. Well, hello there. It is Thursday morning. I just got up already. I don't know if you can hear it. It's raining like a lot. It's pretty loud. Which also doesn't help that I'm like right underneath like the roof. So I'm hearing it extra hard. I actually woke up at like 4 a.m. because of the rain. It was so loud. But then I fell asleep again and it was fine. But it's still raining pretty badly, which is of course the perfect atmosphere for some murder. So I am gonna try to finish Hercule's Christmas today. I am currently at page 55, which is a little over a quarter. They just found, like, the person who's killed has just been killed. They found a body. A police person arrived, but Poirot hasn't yet. So yeah, I'm excited. It's not my favorite Christie that I've read so far, but I am enjoying it. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to read this, hopefully finish it today. I do have a few things to do today, so it'll be like bits and pieces here and there, but I think that it should be doable. So yeah, that is the update. I will check in tomorrow for the final clip. Bye. Hi. I said I would update tomorrow, but it's still Thursday. But I thought maybe I should talk a little bit about Hercule's Christmas before finishing it. I am now about 3/4 of the way through, and I'm really, really enjoying it, like more than with my previous check-in. That also has to do with just getting to know the characters a little bit more. Like, it was still early days, and so I hadn't really a clear view of who each character was, and like keeping them apart, which I definitely do have more now. I had a theory, but then more stuff got revealed, and I don't think that my theory was correct. So now I don't know who did it, which makes it a little bit more difficult. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. It's fun. I like it. So I still plan on finishing this today. I don't know if I will. I still had some stuff to do. It turned out to be a lot more productive for like uni work than I thought today would be, which is good. But that meant that I spent more time working on that and less on reading, which again is a good thing because uni still has priority. But that meant that I'd expected to have finished this by now, and I haven't. But I still will, definitely. But then I was looking at the rest of like the books that I wanted to read this month, and I think that I'm gonna do one little change for Gamenightathon, because initially I had the Bone Shard from Gamenightathon, but it's chunky. And I have it as one of my first 5. I still would like to read it, but I don't think I want it as one of my first 5. So I'm gonna replace it. And I was thinking what would work with the word, because the word I have right now is teeth, with the Bone Shard having a T. So I'm gonna need either another T to just replace it, or another E, because for the E I have the examiner, and we can choose ourselves what our A or the count. So I can just say that if I have something that starts with an E, that the counts, and then that gets moved to the position of the T. And then I can use the examiner. Now, the other one as an E. Then I was thinking maybe some other words, and there is one book that I wanted to read as well, which is Murder on the North Pole Express, by Patricia Meredith, which is the second book in the Shovel mysteries. I had been holding off on it a little bit because for some reason I could only purchase the audiobook for a little while there. The ebook wasn't available to me, but then I just checked and the ebook was available, so I just purchased the ebook real quick. So I have it now, so I want to read it this year. And so that's an M, so then we could create theme as a word. So that is what I'm going to do. So that means that I have 4 books in mind. So I have Murder on the North Pole Express, The Brides of High Hill by Niveau, and then 2 Dutch Christmas romances, which are Een Ongelooflijke Kerst by Nadine Zwagerman and Een Tweede Kans voor Kerst by Robin Hart. I read another book by Robin Hart recently, which was 12 Dates voor Kerst, which I really enjoyed. So that's their debut. So I'm gonna roll a die to see what I get. So if I get a 1, I will do Een Ongelooflijke Kerst. If I get a 2, I will do Een Tweede Kans voor Kerst. 3, The Brides of High Hill. 4, Murder on the North Pole Express. And if I roll a 5 or a 6, I will roll again. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we go. A 4, Murder on the North Pole Express. Fantastic. Okay, so that rolled a 4, which is okay. I'd actually kind of hoped I would get The Brides of High Hill, so a 3, but I'm not mad about a 4, because I did want to read it this month, and I read the first one pretty quickly. I really liked it, so, you know, I don't mind that. So yeah, it's the second book in the Sam Cheval mysteries. The first one is Death of a Christmas Tree Salesman, which I read last year. And we have a detective who is a snowman that magically comes to life every year at Christmas. But he never remembers his life from before that. So yeah, I'm interested to see how things go. I believe it's a train mystery based on the title and the cover, which I'm quite excited about. So yeah, let's give it a try. Hi. So it is Friday, and I finished Hercule Poirot's Christmas, and I really, really, really enjoyed this. Um, Not surprised because I always like Agatha Christie's book. I've liked everything I've read by her, I think, with the exception of one 4-star. I think everything else I gave 5 stars. So I definitely really like her as an author, and I really like her books. And this I also going to give 5 stars. I never could have guessed who the killer was. Like, they didn't even cross my mind. Just very cleverly hidden in plain sight. I really, really liked it. So I definitely recommend. It is not super Christmassy, so if you want a like very, very Christmassy book, this is not gonna be it. It's more like Christmas is the reason why they're all together, but that is pretty much all there is to the Christmas element of it. We don't get the vibes very much, but I still really, really liked it. So yeah, I'm gonna give this 5 stars. For the Reindeer Readathon, I am going to submit this for the Cupid prompt, which is a book by an author you've given 5 stars in the past. I gave multiple books by Agatha Christie 5 stars, so that definitely counts. Um, and then it also counts for a bonus prompt of the Christmas Elf, because that is a book that has been on your shelf a long time. Um, and I don't own a physical copy of this book, so it's from the library. So it hasn't been on my physical shelf a long time because I don't own a large physical book collection. Like, if you've been around, you know that I read mostly from the library. But it has been on my mental shelf for quite a while because I've been wanting to read this book for a long time. Um, so yeah, and also it's been on the library shelves for quite a while. So I think that definitely the combination of those two counts for the Christmas Elf bonus prompt. Um, so yeah, I quite enjoyed this. Definitely recommend. So yeah, that is that. I haven't really read any more of Heir of Fire, so I can't update you on that. So there's not much more I can update you on, to be quite honest. I think that that means that this is going to be the end of the vlog, and this is the last vlog of the year because I'm not going to be vlogging the next week and a half. I think that the next vlog will be in February. So that's going to be weird. But yeah. So time flies. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. I wish you happy holidays if you're celebrating. I wish you the best 2025 you could possibly imagine. And I hope to see you all back in the new year. Bye.